Well, hello everyone and Happy New Year. Welcome to the Lawrence County Animal Hour. I am Beth Keaton with Friends of Lawrence County Animals.
And I'm Ginger Morgan with the Lawrence County-Lawrenceburg Animal Shelter. And this is my dear friend Tipper.
Tipper. And Tipper seems a little shy to the camera today.
He is a little shy, but let me tell you, Tipper has come a long way. He's been with us for a while. He was in one of the outside areas, and he just would not come to us. And then the trustees kind of got a little bit of his trust. And yeah. And he's inside now, and now he loves to go for walks. When he's standing, he likes to be loved on. He's got his head so everybody's just seeing the back of his head. But I hope you got to see a really cute picture of his face, because I'm not sure I'm going to get him to turn around again. But he is precious. And he just, now, he wants to go for a walk. He likes to have his ears scratched, a little butt scratching too sometimes, and he'll lean into you. He might be a dog that you want to give a little bit of time to warm up to you and your family, but he is really just precious. To be one that I thought that we would never be able to socialize, to one that I actually, thought would be good to come here. I know. I wish you could see his eyes, because he's got these beautiful brown eyes.
He's beautiful. His markings are beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And we've given him a haircut, so his hair is a little bit longer than this. But you're just going to put your head in my lap, see what I'm saying? I mean, he went from not wanting anybody to touch him to wanting to put his head in your lap. So he warms up. He would be a good couch potato, I think. He walks really well on a leash, and he gets along with other dogs. He has a play group.
Yeah.
And he's... I think he's probably, give or take, about 4 or 5 years old. Okay. He still needs to be neutered, but that comes with our adoption.
Right.
So he is up for adoption, and he's just loving, just a little lover. Yeah, just a little lovers. So he's a sweetheart.
I can tell he is. Well, maybe he'll turn around in a little bit. He'll get a little more.
I think he's showing everybody his behind.
Seems like that's the ones we always show.
Maybe if I go back to just scratching his behind, he'll turn back around.
Yeah.
Come on.
But he's grown, obviously, being 3 or 4 years old. Mm-hmm. So he's a good-sized dog. He's not too big.
If you have children, I would probably go for some that's probably at least 10 years old.
Okay.
So they're sturdy. If he starts playing, he could knock a baby, he could knock a baby down. So.
Right.
And sometimes babies like to pull on ears and things like that. And I'm not sure he would be real tolerant of that. He's been a good kid, but I just don't know how he would do with children.
Well, and it would be great, too, if someone just wanted to foster him for a little while. Yeah. Get him out, get him in the home, so could tell you some more about him.
Yeah, so exactly. One of the things that I was thinking about the other day, and I haven't had a chance to do it because, I was playing with puppies. Anyway, is to talk about how we need volunteers, and we always need volunteers. And then people say, well, what do volunteers do for you? Well, they walk dogs. They can do this. They can do that. But Beth, it's so much more than just that. For the ones that have opened their house and their homes up and their hearts to a foster dog, I can think of at least 2 right off the bat. Somebody fostered a boxer for us last year that came in on a cruelty case, and she was so emaciated, I wasn't sure that she was even going to make it. And now she weighs, I want to say it was like 45, 47 pounds from like the 20-something that she came to us weighing. And that just totally changed that dog's life because somebody cared. And of course, that person wound up adopting her, and she sends out so many pictures of her dog dressed up in different outfits that her family was able to do an entire calendar for her.
How awesome.
Because she got her last January, and so from January to December, including her Christmas outfit. So it just made a difference in not only the dog's life, but it also made a difference in the lady's life as well.
Yeah.
She was, lives by herself, and now she has her her dog with her.
Yeah.
And then recently somebody brought us a dog that was just totally emaciated that they had picked up at Self's. And I think I made a Facebook post about Hero, and just the difference in seeing him from just probably 6 or 7 weeks ago, and now the pictures that I get where he's, playing with the lady's other dogs, her children, and it's just amazing. It's the difference. It's not just volunteering at the shelter. It's the difference that people make in the lives of the dogs that they touch.
Right.
And the people too, because it makes me think, those people want me to be a better person, like a better dog mom.
Right, absolutely. So was it in foster or has it been adopted?
Well, that dog is in foster care. He's going to need some eye surgery, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how much that's going to cost. And then once we get that and we have him neutered, I think she'll probably adopt him.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
It's
that's a great story.
Yeah, they just make a difference. And it's just, I can't even communicate how grateful I am to those people for doing that, and for the people who come out and just walk a dog for a minute or play with our puppies. It just makes a difference. And I think I'll get into that a little bit later, some more later when we talk about
the
some
dogs
other
just
stuff.
want to be loved.
Exactly.
And dogs are therapy to me. I mean, I can be having a bad day and just sit down and let the dog get in my lap, and it just, makes me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're really therapy for people, but I guess people are therapy for them as well because they just want to be loved.
They just want to be loved.
They just want to be loved.
And we have 129 more that would like to be loved.
That would like to be loved, absolutely. And people can actually go online on the Facebook page for Lawrence County-Lawrenceburg Animal Shelter. Click on Pet Finder. The link is right there on the front of your page.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Yeah, yes, it is.
Click on Pet Finder and can actually view all of the dogs that are at the shelter. They can come by the shelter. We've got pictures of them scrolling on the TV in the lobby. You've also got the book there that has information about the dogs. They can get a dog and go play in the play yard and see what they think about that dog.
The dogs always like to play in a play yard.
Yes. So lots of ways to see the dogs at the shelter.
And we know so much more about our dogs that with the employees at the shelter and the trustees at the shelter. We've been able to get more of them out, so we know more about their personalities while they're at the shelter. The fosters are still needed to see how they are outside of the shelter. But, if you're looking for a dog and you need one that doesn't do XYZ, or you want it, you want to have a Velcro dog, we've got your Velcro dogs. We've got yours that might be like him, might not be so Velcro in the beginning, but, will follow you around. I'll tell you what, he sure likes one of our trustees. He just walks by and he's all happy. He's so cute.
Well, that is so good. Well, before we go any further, I want to go ahead and mention our sponsors for the show. They've been with us a couple of years now, and starting off a new year with Hearing Services of Middle Tennessee, Parks Lumber Company, and Story and Lee Furniture. So please, if you go in and see these folks, please tell them that you heard about them on our show maybe, or thank them for sponsoring our show, because WLX and WDXC, they have helped us adopt a lot of animals. And so we're so proud that we were able to come right on in 2026 with this show and keep going. Well, what about New Year's resolutions? Ginger, did you make any New Year's resolutions?
Did we make New Year's resolutions? Tipper says we made no New Year's resolutions. I know I've done, well, I guess maybe if you would say that I had a New Year's resolution, it is planning.
Okay.
To plan.
Plan.
It seems like sometimes at the shelter we get really overwhelmed with things, and it's like, oh, but I wanted to do, like now I'll say I want to like I want to do a Valentine kind of party for the dogs at the shelter on Valentine's Day. So everybody, I'm saying that now.
Yeah.
So I'm planning.
Get it on your calendar.
And get it on your calendar, because if you don't have somebody to spend Valentine's Day with, we're going to have somebody there for you to spend Valentine's Day with.
That's wonderful. I love that.
See, I'm saying that now. If I'm not, what is the word everybody says now, intentional about my planning, then guess what? On February 13th, I'm going to go, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to be jumping. So we are planning, aren't we?
Well, that's good. Well, you're talking my language because I love planning.
I love plan.
Scheduling and planning, looking forward, looking to the future. I don't look back. It's gone. Even though I am going to talk a little bit about year in review here. But yeah, I'm always looking forward. So I like that idea. And we have some meetings coming up.
I've already had one.
You've had one, planning with your staff, and
I have one with the shelter support group on Thursday. And then is it Monday or Tuesday that we have?
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
That
next Monday we have a meeting for the
Focus annual planning meeting. We do that in January. So we're really looking forward to that. Well, let's talk a little bit about, I'll say, I didn't make a New Year's resolution either.
I was just going to say, wait a minute, what are you?
I used to, when I was younger. Of course, it always involved losing weight.
I was going to say losing weight. Well, that might be. I ate a lot.
Well, that never worked, and then I got a little older, and it was like, okay, well, I'm going to eat healthier. And that worked for maybe till my birthday in February. And then that ended.
Oh, it lasted that long? Because mine is like to the next time I drive past a really good burger joint.
Yeah, go through the drive-thru. So, no, I'm like, I'm done with the New Year's resolutions. But, well, we could make one, though, that all of our dogs get adopted this year. That would be a great
That would be great. For all the dogs that we have now.
Yeah. Get adopted.
Would you like that, Tipper?
Tipper would like that.
You like that? Okay. And then all the other ones. And we have so many dogs that are really nice dogs.
Oh, we've got great dogs. So, yeah, if you're out there listening and you're thinking you might want another dog, or you just need a dog because you don't have a dog, we've got that dog for you. Trust me, we've got that dog for you.
Unless it's a Chihuahua, because we do not have any Chihuahuas.
We don't have any Chihuahuas. Yeah, right. But we've got everything else, I think.
Exactly.
So, well, I will go ahead and talk a little bit about year in review. I want to mention we had a great year. Friends of Lawrence County Animals had a great year supporting the shelter. We had a great, our big fundraising event, our dinner. Of course, we've talked a lot about that in the past. And that was to raise money for the intake and quarantine building, which that project is ongoing.
It is, yep.
We're currently still working on some bids or not bids, but quotes for materials. So hopefully we'll get that facility started this year. But right now we don't really have any idea how much that's going to cost. Everything's just gone up, so much.
Correct. And not only that, just the building. I know somebody said, I thought you were building a quarantine center. Well, we are, but those things don't happen overnight.
Right.
It's,
a lot goes into
that. There's a whole lot of planning and everything that goes into it before you even break ground.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. But we do want people that donated. Well, I think Charlotte must be in the building.
She must be.
But
Charlotte has not left the building.
Charlotte has not left the building. But a lot of people donated. Has donated. They've donated toward that building project. I'm sure we'll probably be continuing to fundraise for that for a little while. And once we get the final quote on the facility, and we do thank everyone that has donated, from $10 all the way up to the $20,000 donation we got. We truly appreciate it. And I always want our donors to know where your money's going. So that money for that building is tucked away over here, and we're not touching that money. That's for the building. But I just thought I would throw out just direct support to the shelter this past year. We have, FOCA has spent over, almost $24,000. And these are a few of the things that we bought, Ginger.
Are you sure it's just?
Well,
I think there's more.
I kind of put this together really fast,
Okay.
so we'll see. But, we bought a TV for the lobby. We've bought some Adopt Me vests
Yep.
for the animals, walkie-talkies for the campus.
Yes,
because it's a huge campus out there.
It is, and it makes it so much easier to find somebody. But we do have some interesting handles anyway.
Well, I'm glad you're being able to take advantage of those. We had some window painting done to kind of brighten up the place. We had a name change this year. So we've got new logos on the windows and on the door. We bought swimming pools for the dogs in the summer.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
You had to get a new washer and dryer.
I didn't forget about that.
Okay. And the biggie was the dishwasher.
The dishwasher.
We got the dishwasher.
And, I put that to good use all day today.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad that it's working
Actually,
out.
the dishwasher and the washer in the dryer.
Yeah.
I was back there. There are some days where we just try to wash all the dishes.
Right.
Some days, you don't have to wash them every day if the dog hasn't soiled, their dish. But yeah, I was in there, and I think I still have some to do tomorrow too. They're gonna pile them up for me.
Yeah. And they do pile up quickly because with over 120 animals.
Yeah.
By the time you count food dish and water too. So we bought several totes for storage. We bought shelving.
Oh, that's right. That was at the beginning. That was at the beginning of
Window blinds.
last year. Yes.
Window blinds.
Yes.
We finished paying the fencing project. It didn't get completely finished until after the first of the year.
Oh, okay.
We raised the money in 2024, but we finished paying for that. We bought dog houses.
Yes.
Several dog houses. We bought some kennels, some transport kennels.
Oh,
I
yes.
think.
Yeah, you did.
So anyway.
And a bunch of pop-up kennels, actually, as well, because when it got so cold last winter, we brought a bunch of the dogs in that didn't have long hair.
Right.
You weren't there yet.
So we were able to do that because of you all. You all are so good to us.
So generous and kind.
So thoughtful, so kind to the shelter. But those are just a few of the things that we were able to purchase for you that you needed.
Just a few? That's a lot.
Well, and none of
those
that.
were things that we needed that were not in our budget.
None of that was in the budget.
There's not much extra in the budget. So.
Right.
And I get it.
It's a slim budget.
Yeah.
It is. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up and say thank you to everyone out there that's donated. Like I said, whatever you donated, we so appreciate it.
And we appreciate you doing the fundraising for us because we can fundraise at some level, but when you donate to us, or if you're writing a check, it has to be check or cash. And if you're writing a check, it's made out to the Lawrence County government. Mm-hmm. And people are leery about doing that. I can tell you that the money, if you hand me a check that says Lawrence County government, and if it's for $5 or $500, I'm getting it.
You're getting it, right.
The money is coming to the shelter,
right,
and will be used for the dogs.
Right, absolutely.
A lot for dog food.
Yeah, a lot for dog food.
Isn't that right, Tipper? He says, yeah. Okay.
Well, now,
donate.
If you're out there and you're wondering how can you help going forward, again, you can donate by going to Friends of Lawrence County Animals Facebook page, and we have a link there that you can go to there and donate. But you also have an Amazon list, a wish list.
We do have an Amazon wish list, and I'm glad that you brought that up because we were overwhelmed at Christmas with all the Amazon boxes that were coming in. And sometimes you would see the Amazon box would come in by the FedEx guy, and then it would come in from the USPS person. And then I was just like, it was like Christmas. I mean, it was so funny because one day, it was fun because one day we had like, I don't know, 14 or 15 boxes come in, and we were just all in the lobby like, oh, what's in this? What's in this?
Like kids.
And a lot of people did say who the gift was from, but a lot of people didn't. So I don't have we didn't have return addresses or an email address or anything. It just said it was from, somebody. So I really, really, really appreciate that. And if you didn't get a thank you card, it's because I personally don't know your address.
Right.
But
don't know where to send it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And we've updated it now because some of the stuff we have plenty for now. So, it's just those are pretty much our ongoing needs and our want list. What we would really, some of it's not what we need, but it's what we want for the dogs. We've got some stuff in there. We're trying to do a lot more enrichment with the dogs besides just walking them, giving them some little puzzles to play with, different types of balls, different things. The lick mats, now that we've got those, we're going to get Frisbees. And it's the ladies at the shelter. They saw where you can take a Frisbee and just smear some peanut butter in it, and then you put it on the front of the kennel, not inside the kennel, but the outside. And so the dogs can't eat the Frisbee, but they can get to the peanut butter, and that'll give them, something to do. And sometimes it just doesn't take a lot of something extra like that. If you just have them thinking, or it wears them out. It really does.
Right.
I used to wear my own dogs out when I had just enough.
Right.
I would stuff the Kongs with their food and then freeze it. Well, I would do that like once a week or something. And so when the dogs were really crazy, I would just take that big Kong and put it in a kennel with them. And then it would take them like 30 minutes to an hour to eat it. By that time, they were sleepy.
They were
they
tired
wore themselves out eating their food.
That's a cute idea. Are you still using the Benebone?
Oh, yes. And we did get a lot more of the Benebones.
Oh, good.
Donated. As a matter of fact, we got some in this morning. Well, when we checked the mail this morning, we had 3 or 4 Benebones in there. So, and the dogs love to chew on them. And a lot of them are chewed, but obviously we can use them again, and that's where the dishwasher comes in too, because the dishwasher can sanitize them, so they go from one. That. So the one that Tipper might be chewing on today, Brady's chewing on tomorrow, and we're not cross-contaminating anything. Yeah. In case one of them gets sick or something. So.
Right. Well, that's really good. I hadn't thought about putting Benebones in the dishwasher.
Yeah, we sanitize everything we can out there.
Well, yes, I'm sure that you do. So on the Amazon list, there are some expensive items like Corunda beds.
Correct.
And you really do need Corunda beds.
We do need Corunda beds.
Desperate. Let's go ahead and just say it. You're pretty desperate right now.
We are desperate for the Corunda beds.
Yes.
They, they're raised, and it's really hard for the dogs to chew them. I'm not saying that they don't, but that's one of the reasons why on that list, we do have the ones that are even more expensive because they're made out of metal. So the dogs can't chew the corners of them. And I've checked. They don't. Actually, we had some donated by Nashville Humane not long ago, some really big ones, and we have them outside for some of the dogs. And they're fine. They haven't destroyed them at all, thank goodness. But and the other thing with the Corunda beds is you might look at them and say, oh, well, if the dog does chew it, that's a wasted amount of money. But in the first year, if the dogs chew any of the parts of it, the Corunda company will replace it for free. Oh. I think we just have to pay shipping.
Well, that's amazing.
So paying shipping is a lot easier to pay than buying a whole
than buying a
bed.
whole bed, right?
Yeah.
And I think we have a couple of different sizes on the Amazon list as well.
We do. I would say most of them are the large, because then anybody can lay on, on that one.
Right.
I think we may have a few mediums for some of our small dogs, but we don't, or our puppies, because we don't really have that many small dogs. We do have some that are between 20 and 25 pounds. So if you're looking for a dog that's bigger than a Chihuahua, but smaller than Tipper, we do have some.
Right, right. Okay. So go to the Amazon list and see what you've got listed there. See what is needed, and maybe those boxes will keep showing up.
Let me tell you, it's like everybody in the building gets excited when we get one of those boxes.
Yeah.
Like it's like chocolate covered strawberries for us or something,
Fun. Have fun. We also have on that list dog food.
We do.
And the dog food that we have listed is for the kibble cupboard, I believe.
Correct.
And you might want to talk a little bit about the kibble cupboard and what is the kibble cupboard?
So, for anyone who hasn't, heard of before, we started the kibble cupboard because a lot of times I would get phone calls from people that say, "Hey, I can't keep my dog," and we don't take a whole lot of owner surrenders because there are so many strays out. There are a lot of strays out there that come in. But so when I would talk to them, it's like, well, why do you need to do that? And it's like, well, I'm unemployed or I'm on a fixed income and the dog food keeps going up and I can't afford it. So to be able to say, hey, I want you to keep your dog, can you come here to us and pick up some food? Can I bring it to you? That just makes everybody, I think, feel good. It just warms my heart to be able to keep that dog in a home, or cat, because we have cat food as well, in a home, in a loving home. It just makes me feel good. And then it makes them feel, the people feel good, because they don't want to get rid of their dog that they've had for, and some of them are 5 or 10 years, it's an older dog, but it's just, they just can't take care of it anymore.
Well, and it's like you said, it may be situations that come up. It may be someone that just maybe lost their job.
Exactly.
Or it could be going through, not January with 65 degrees, but, through the colder months where the utility bill goes up.
Yeah.
So that takes a little more money. Or someone may have had a health issue and they're on more medication now than they used to be. So there's just lots of different situations that come up.
Or you could have, their car had to have, 4 new tires or something, and they just can't.
Right.
We don't want people to have to choose between feeding their family and feeding their dog. We just want to help them while we can to feed their animals.
Well, I know we kicked that off, the 1st of December or maybe the end of November? I can't remember now, but
yeah, I think it was December 1st or November 1st. I can't remember now.
It's gone pretty well.
It has.
You've had quite a bit of donations. New Moon Antiques doesn't have a box for the dog food, but she has put up a money jar.
Yes.
And I know she's had a lot of donations there that you can take the money and buy food.
Yeah.
And then the Pet Palace has a box.
Yep, they had the box.
And I spoke with Kayla Corbett, who's on our board, and she was going by there yesterday. I think they had some more to pick up. So Kayla was going to pick it up yesterday. So we appreciate these businesses that are jumping in to try to help, with this. And
if you're a business that would like to have one of our donation boxes, just give me a call at 931-244-0265, and we can get somebody to get you a box. When it gets full, give us a call and we'll come get it.
Absolutely. We will. So that's going well, but you can always use more. So
yes.
Well, let's see. We've talked a little bit about the foster program, a little bit about the volunteer program. I know you talked about lots of different things volunteers could do. Let's talk about spay-neuter. I like to talk about spay-neuter. And
I like to talk about heartworms.
Tipper, which one do you want me to talk about?
He says heartworms. Heartworms.
So, Friends of Lawrence County Animals administers the Lawrence County SNPS program. SNP stands for Spay Neuter is a Positive Solution, and we feel like it is. And that program is made possible by the Lawrence County Commission, and we appreciate them so much for doing that because they realize that there are people in our community that really want to do the right thing here because they do love their animal. But again, life happens and maybe they don't have the funds,
Right.
to do that. So I just want to say if you do need assistance with a spay or a neuter, or even multiples, you may have more than one animal. This is for dogs or cats. You can call 852-4907. You can leave a message, leave your name and number, and a screener will call you back within 48 hours, and they will walk you through the process, talk with you about your situation, and everyone does have a copay. But your situation, it varies. And so the screeners will take care of that for you. And then we'll get you set up with our vet partner, which is Brady at Laurel Hill Animal Hospital or Animal Clinic, I think he calls it. But we had a situation just today. We will not call names because we don't want to embarrass anyone, but someone that knew better, someone that could afford to have their dog spayed, but waited just a little bit too long, and she had 10 puppies, I believe it was. So now not only do they have to feed this mama a little extra food because she has 10 puppies, they've got 10 puppies to take care of. Mm-hmm. And so we want you to be proactive. And if you need assistance with spay and neuter services, call 852-4907 and get help. Get help for that.
And on that note, if your dog is over 6 months old, that's the time to have them spayed or neutered. There are many veterinarians who will do pediatric spays and neuters. That's usually for shelters. But if your dog is at least 6 months old, you can have your dog spayed or neutered.
Okay.
Your dog does not need to come into a heat first. None of my dogs have.
Right.
There's no reason if you wait to have your dog neutered, a lot of times they will start a marking and start marking in your house. And that is very, very difficult to stop.
Yes. Yes. So go ahead and get that done.
Yes.
And then you don't have to worry about what am I going to do with these 10 puppies. And then we also don't have to worry about that because, those 10 puppies are going to possibly take the place of 10 of our dogs at the shelter that need adopted.
Right.
So it just adds more dogs into our community that we don't need.
And if all of those dogs are not spayed and neutered, the cycle
absolutely.
continues.
So here you go. Right. So let's get these babies spayed and neutered and not have to worry about it.
Everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And another thing we would like to for you to do is get your dog a rabies shot. It is state law that every animal, every dog and cat, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. And cats.
Needs to get an annual rabies shot. And something that I didn't know, Ginger, until I met you, is that you can get a 3-year shot.
You can get a rabies shot that is 3 years.
It's 3 years. Now, it's going to cost more.
Yeah, it's going to cost a little bit more. And especially like in Lawrence County, there's not a license required for you to get a license for your dog. So you can get a 3-year rabies tag because you don't have to go back to your vet to get a license.
To get a license. Okay.
So you should see your vet at least once a year.
Right. Right.
And take your animals just for checkups. But you can get a 3-year rabies license. You'll get a tag that says it's, I think the tag will still have the same date on there, but your certificate would say that it's a 3-year.
Yeah. And if I put that tag on my dog's collar and my dog gets lost,
and it comes to the shelter, we can track you down.
Yeah.
We will track you down.
you will track me down
through the number on that collar, because that number is registered to your vet. And as soon as we give the vet the number, we have to look up. It takes us a little bit, but we are diligent about that.
But if I'm just Jane Doe out here and I find a dog and it's got a rabies tag, do I just call the vets or
you
the
you can
health
look
department?
up? You look it up through the health department.
Yeah.
Through the state health department.
Yeah, because that's who issues the tags to the vets.
Correct.
Right. So that's another way.
And it tells you. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
that's fine.
Let's say the tag number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and once you go to their website, you just look for tag. It'll have it grouped like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 works in here, and that was registered to Dr. Brown in Lawrenceburg, or maybe it's registered to somebody in Giles County or something, but you can at least track the dog down.
You can run it down. So that is another good way for helping to get dogs back to their owner, is have a collar, put that rabies tag on there, and then also you can microchip your animal as well. And I know we've discussed having a special rabies clinic, maybe a microchip clinic.
Right.
That's kind of in our planning.
That's part of the planning. I haven't gotten to that one yet, but
yeah. We're just kind of talking about that a little bit.
I think I'm going to be planning every couple of weeks for the rest of my life.
Or at least the rest of this year.
Yeah.
But it's so important to get that animal back to the owner, because we know most of the time owners want their pet back. And I don't know what it is about dogs. I see so many posts on Facebook about, my dog ran away this morning when I let it out. I mean, dogs do that. They do that. They don't mean to go off and get lost, but maybe they're running a squirrel or a rabbit or another dog.
They don't mean to make bad choices.
No, they don't, but they do sometimes.
But they do.
And then they're lost. And we don't know if Tipper ran away and got lost or if he was abused.
Actually, Tipper was a surrender. His owner, we got Tipper, Duke, and Duchess. And his owner was had a lot of mobility issues and just couldn't take care of them.
Couldn't take care of them.
So we got them. And Duchess was already pregnant when we got her.
Oh.
So I will say the puppies were cute. However, we wish we hadn't gotten those puppies.
Right, to have to deal with.
That he had already been neutered before that happened.
But at least the owner didn't just go out and drive around in the country and drop them off. They at least brought them to you, so that's good. And Tipper says, I'm tired of standing. I'm going to lay down now.
Well, it's about time he decided to lay down. We've been talking now for a pretty good bit. Come on.
Well, we had some visitors at the shelter, and we may have mentioned that at the last show. I can't remember. But some ladies from Nashville came down. And
so it was really interesting. We had a lady from Casa Transport came down, from, she came over from Columbia with a lady from Wags and Walks, and they went through the kennel. Then they picked out some dogs, and they were able to take some. They kept saying that we're not taking any today, but she left with the back of her SUV full of puppies and a mama. Yeah. And so we were so grateful for that. And then Brittany with Casa Transport got a couple of her friends to come down about, I guess it was probably at the end of that week. It was on a Sunday afternoon, and it was cold.
Oh,
It was like 20, 30 degrees outside.
It was really winter.
It was really winter that time. And so they came in and they took pictures of 106 of our dogs. And they did it in 3 or 4 hours, I think. It was like in record time. But we did get some extra trustees that day. Thank you, Sheriff's Department. And so we had pretty much an assembly line going. But what I really appreciated hearing at the end of the day was how wonderful they thought our dogs were, and how how that we had tried to socialize them, and that there weren't any of them that they didn't think that would be adoptable.
Oh, they were all adoptable to them. Well, that's wonderful.
What are you doing, buddy? Come here.
He said, I'm over the radio station. I'm going over here to
I don't
take
know
a nap.
if I think he's out of the frame, but his head is on the floor and his behind is stuck up in the air for me to rub it. So,
How funny.
I have heard the dog say that I am an excellent butt scratcher.
Sure. Okay. Well,
So,
we'll have to get you a trophy for that. So the pictures were given to you. You didn't have to pay for this.
no, it was all,
And
they were so nice.
yes, and those pictures you can use on your Pet Finder link.
It's on there. We've updated some of them, and there was a lot, and then it was the holidays and
Yeah.
everything. So
Yeah.
we've updated them pretty much. I think a good bit of them already on our on our software that will automatically update in Pet Finder.
And the pictures
well.
are so important because I know the rescues across the United States that we reach out to, you more than us, they've got to have pictures. They've got to see the dog. They don't just take our word that it's this real cute little black dog,
Right.
So
And
good pictures are so important.
They are. And for me, it's kind of funny because I've always looked for pictures that are not perfect, but that show more of the dog's face and everything. And when they came, what they want is to show the dog interacting with people or next to somebody or acting silly. So some of the pictures we have are like the dogs are, there's one dog that's literally like, I'm like, but it does show the dog's personality.
Yeah.
Of course, we have another one that's a little bit more serious than that, but also shows him like he's jumped up hugging somebody, and giving them kisses. So it shows that they have a personality and they do interact with people.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. Well, that is good. Absolutely.
so it was, I think it just shows how much the shelter has advanced, I guess, since the beginning. Because a lot of the dogs, even though they were there, we didn't have enough staff or volunteers
Right.
to get them out and to really see their personalities.
Yeah.
Like there's one of the dogs that's been there for a while. I think he's been there since me, and I've seen him out. I've walked him. I've played with him and stuff. But it's different because now everybody else is doing the same thing. And we had a new volunteer come by yesterday, and she walked him, and he was just a goofball.
Oh.
I mean, when she had brought him back waiting to switch him out with another dog, she sat down on the bench in the lobby, and he was all over her. He was upside down, and all these, just smiling, this big smile. It's kind of funny because this, sometimes we know the dog is smiling, right? Like I have one that he looks vicious when he smiles, but for Brady, his mouth is like, I'm like, well, when I snapped the picture and I thought, well, I'm not so sure that's a great picture, but I know that he's smiling,
Yeah.
and he looks
Yeah.
so happy, and the rest of his posture makes him look like he's happy
Right.
too. But
Right. Well, we've got some wonderful volunteers.
We do.
And of course we want to continue to grow that. And if you're listening and you want to volunteer at the shelter, or you're not sure exactly what you want to do at the shelter, please call Ginger. She can talk to you about it, or go by and see Ginger. You've got an application for them to
Yep.
fill out. It's just information about how to reach them and talk about their passion. What do they want to
Exactly.
do? Absolutely.
And I have a cousin that's thinking about moving here, and he said, well, when I come there, I want to come to the shelter and volunteer. And I thought, ooh, okay, because he's 83. And I'm like, what really can I get him to do? And I thought, he can play with the puppies.
Oh, yeah.
I can put him washing some dishes.
Absolutely.
Or folding some clothes, well, not clothes, but towels.
Right.
And, it's all that. You don't even think about how much time that it takes. But this morning I was literally washing dishes and and washing towels and folding them for a good part of the day, probably 3-4 hours.
Yeah. So it would have been great if we'd had a volunteer this morning and Ginger could be working on some other things that Ginger needs to be working on.
I know. Hey, don't tell anybody I was folding clothes.
But somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. So if you don't have a volunteer there and your staff are all busy,
right, they
got to do it.
They were out socializing the dogs and everything, and even though we do now have the 3 trustees that come every day during the week, and sometimes we have more on the weekends, I would prefer them to really scrub the kennels, or when they finish, then they're walking the dogs, and some of the dogs, they do pull. And
they're excited when they first get out, especially.
When they first get out of there. And I had my shoulder jerked about a week or so ago, so I haven't been walking so many. But it's like I would let those guys, let the people who can handle it.
I don't remember which dog it was, but I was walking a dog out there back in the fall. And it's a great walking path out there, but there were some leaves had was on the path, and it had rained and it was a little wet. And I did some ice skating. The dog took off and I took off and I almost went down.
But I try to keep that clear. And, if you do come out to volunteer, tell us what your comfort level is. Like, do you only need dogs that don't pull much? Like this Tipper, he doesn't pull at all.
Yeah.
When I'm walking him, there are several that do not pull. Now there are some that are a little bit more. They're going to walk a little faster, so you're going to have to move some. But but
especially the younger ones. The younger ones have more energy.
Yeah, they do. And we have, Grandma Edna is still with us out there. And
I know.
It was really funny because she's not crazy about other dogs. She's real particular about her friends. So we were trying to get the ladies that came down to take her. And, they really need dogs that get along with other dogs. And they were like, well, really? So she looks like she has it made here. I said, yeah, except she's not on my couch. But she is.
But if you had a couch, she would be on your couch.
If we had a couch in the lobby or something.
She'd be right on the couch.
She would be right there on the couch.
Yeah. She's definitely taken over the office. So.
Oh, pretty much the shelter.
The whole lobby. The whole shelter. Okay. All right.
She lets us know.
Well, and speaking of Grandma Edna has an outing tomorrow. She's getting a little trio.
That's right. She is going to the senior center. The senior center. Is it senior citizen center?
Well,
she's going to the senior, that place isn't it behind the sheriff's department?
The place, yes.
Okay.
That's the senior citizen center.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I don't either. But
all I know is that I think I'm old enough to go. So
I know I am too. So, but yeah, she's getting to go there tomorrow, a little outing and visit with the seniors there. And who knows, she might find a home. You never know.
She might. She can weasel her way into anybody's life, let me tell you. But
she can at least give a little love tomorrow. So that's what it's all about. She gets to get out and she gets a little love in and she gets to love on other people.
And that's what it's all about.
And we have a volunteer that's doing that. So thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you, Christy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And she set it all up.
Which is great.
Yeah. I didn't have to do anything.
You didn't have to do anything.
As a matter of fact, she said it's all set up and we're going on tomorrow's the 7th. Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And she reminded me.
Now, is Grandma Edna getting a bath in the morning?
Oh, she has already had a bath because they're being picked up at 9. So if we didn't give her a bath till we got there at 7:30, she wouldn't be dry.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So she's already got a bath. Yeah.
And
so
she was just stood there for that whole bath, and.
She really is.
She is a really great dog. And if I didn't have others,
I know.
She would be not only on my couch, but probably sleeping in my bed. So.
Yeah. See, that's why I've got Lily Mae. She's an older dog, and I don't know why everybody wants a puppy. I don't get that.
They're cute, but they are a pain.
They are a pain. They are. You have to train the little devils.
Yeah.
Oh, but they are cute.
Speaking of puppies. We have I can't remember how somebody dumped, I guess, a mama dog and puppies. I can't remember exactly how we got her. She wasn't like an owner surrender or anything because I couldn't have taken them. But she had these 7 puppies, and they are the fattest puppies I have ever seen in my life. And it's not, and sometimes when you look at fat puppies, I mean, I've been around enough puppies, you're like, their bellies are extended. They probably have worms. No, they are just fat. They're like 5 weeks old, and I don't think they've been weighed this week, but I think last week some of them already weighed 6 pounds.
Wow.
That was like the medium one weighed 6 pounds because I just needed a range, and so we just weighed one of them.
And you think their mom is a mix of what and what?
She is an older dog, but I think she is pretty much close to being all chocolate lab.
Wow.
And some of the puppies they look chocolate lab.
Look like
fat.
chocolate lab.
Fat.
Yeah.
Chocolate lab.
Yeah.
And then there are a couple of them that have some white on their feet. And then there are 2 of them that are black and not
Oh,
brown.
interesting.
So I don't know about.
Oh, they sound so cute.
They're adorable.
Sweet. I know. They're like babies. Any kind of baby, sweet. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, until you have to clean up after them.
I know. That's true. That is true. Well, we haven't talked about it's National what month?
It's National Train Your Dog Month.
Train Your Dog Month.
It's also National Something Else Month.
Walk Your Dog.
That's right. Train your dog, walk your dog, and unchain a dog month.
Okay.
So next week, we're going to have a dog trainer on the show.
Oh, exciting.
To talk about, what we can do, what we need to do. Like if she actually comes out to the shelter and we have a dog training program at the shelter. So we have three volunteers that are training our dogs. And if you would like to join that, you can, give me a call, 931-244-0265, and I can get you in touch with her. So
That's exciting. I'm so glad that you've got that going on.
And it's some of our dogs are just so smart.
Well, even if a dog just sits when you say sit, that is huge.
We're working on, he's knocked out now. We're working on him. I think we've gotten him to sit once.
Yeah.
But hey, progress.
Absolutely.
The training is not something, it's not a marathon when you're it's not a sprint when you're training your dog. It's more like the marathon.
Yeah.
It's going to take a minute.
It takes a while. Well, that is great. I am so glad to hear that. So it's National Train Your Dog, National Walk Your Dog, and National Unchain Your Dog.
A dog.
A dog.
Yeah.
A dog. Okay. Interesting.
So if you don't have a dog to walk and you're just kind of listening, you've tuned in to us, we have plenty of dogs that need to be walked.
Absolutely. And it's a 1/4 mile path.
Right.
If you do the path, it's a 1/4 mile path. Great place to exercise. I love coming out there and walking.
Yeah, it's nice. It
Yes.
really is. And the path has enough of a little hill to it that you don't get, you're just not walking on something flat. So you get some
Right.
exercise
It is.
as
It's
well.
very good.
I know
It's very good.
before I started working there, I came out, I guess maybe it was 2 years ago in January, and walked the dogs. And I wasn't sure how long the path was, but I was just walking for minutes, So I think I walked some of them 3/4 of a mile or mile. I just kept right on walking.
Right. Well, they enjoyed it. They were not ready to go back
I had a
in.
ton of fun that day.
Yeah. Or, you can come out and take a dog out to the dog park and just sit there at the picnic table and let the dog run and play or throw a ball or whatever.
And you can just check out a dog for the day or check out a dog for a couple hours and go to Crockett.
Right. Or Tractor Supply.
Or wherever. If you are a woman and you don't feel safe, like walking out at Crockett Park by yourself or wherever. I mean, I came from Memphis. So I had my dog with me if I was going to go for a walk someplace. But pick up one of our dogs and you can take it for a walk.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. Well, we're about out of time, so let me thank again Hearing Services of Middle Tennessee, Parks Lumber Company, and Story and Lay Furniture. We want to thank you, Ginger, for being here and bringing Tipper. Call Ginger at 931-244-0265.